She painted a picture to you that just ain't me. Two places at one time, I just can't be. Said I was hanging with my boys that synced in this bitch. Told you I was with this girl that's stripping. I know you believe everything she said. You a game and she your friend. Come to play with your head. I don't know why I even deal with you. I'm trying to keep it real with you. Bitches trying to sabotage, but I'm still with you. And my goal is to make this work. So on my priority list, I'ma make this first. Even though I know your friend trying to make this first. That's why I wrote this song and she hate my verse. So in this next couple lines, I'ma make this hurt. Cause you deserve what you get. Me playing the dirt. So on that note, I love you and I'm keeping it real. I got Nate here to sing how I feel. I tried to tell you, baby, that I love you. Tried to show you just how much I can Here we go again. Another argument that all started with your friend.
Happy Halloween.
Girl, fuck that Halloween.
It wasn't even Halloween.
You guys are not, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. This is us.
We're in the past.
Yep.
And you're in the future.
Yeah. So to our subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please continue to subscribe, like, comment, and fucking share, and ring the fucking bell. This bitch. So our guest host, our guest host again is Miss Kim, RJ's mom.
I'm so sick of y'all with this RJ mom shit. We know that from the first show.
Listen,
Damn.
you guys got your drinks ready?
Y'all got y'all. Hey,
You got your
fuck my smoke.
Look, we've already been drinking and smoking, and take your shots now.
I'm a little intoxicated.
Don't do that. So listen, we're just gonna have an open discussion. This is our last show with our guest Kim here, so we're gonna have, well, like you're gonna be on in future shows, but I'm saying this week, calm down. So we're just have an open dialogue, about 20 minutes, let's say. Let's talk about.
No, she didn't put the time in.
I did, cause she don't look like she.
We're really talking.
Yeah, we are. We are.
I know. Father God, I love you.
Are you okay? Because I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
No, she's not
Okay, well, our open dialogue, we're going to talk about first. Let's talk about how in today's society, today's world, people still want to portray the all-American dream. I'm just no. Let me. What I mean by that is mother, father, children, same household. Now, in today's society, I believe it should be okay to be who the fuck you are. If you're in a loveless relationship, if Sally really wants Judy instead of Michael, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, like, this persona that they're trying to... Oh, shit! You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
I understood this time.
Are you okay? Because this is not even about you. I'm saying in today's world,
I'm coming out.
do you believe there's still people that on the outward looks like it's all peaches and cream, but inwardly when you're home, it's like I can't openly, you know what I'm saying, openly be myself. So I have to stay in this loveless marriage with this piece of shit person.
A piece of shit.
Like your heart's not in it, your mind's not in it. You're just doing it because this is the all-American dream.
I feel like it affects a lot of things because you go from a person who likes Michael's to now wanting Judy's.
Right.
But there are people who struggle who have always liked Judy's and have been forced to date Michael's.
And that's
my phone do?
Just people's just people's names. Fill in blank.
Just saying.
I'm just saying, do you feel like there's people that are still so uncomfortable?
Yes, I do.
Then they're just trying to please everyone else.
Instead of themselves.
Exactly.
And why stay in something unhealthy?
And they're going to be in loveless marriages. They're going to have kids that don't even like each other because all you display inside is we don't like each other. How does it work, though? Outwardly. Okay. Will and Jada. Outwardly.
The Will Smith treatment.
Outwardly. I mean, I'm just saying, like, outwardly, that's what those are relationship goals.
Right.
Inwardly, like, you could never satisfy me. Like, I'm just
have an open relationship.
Allegedly. We're not doing that. I'm just saying, those are those.
Everybody go out there and pop. No, ma'am.
That's like, okay, you wanna. We're old. Some of y'all might not get this reference.
Keep going.
But Little House on the Prairie.
I don't know nothing about that show.
You know about that show?
The original show.
But do you think that those people could literally live in today's society? Like, yo, I'm just saying.
Every day on Tinder.
What you know what's going on?
I'm just saying.
How you know what happens every day on Tinder? Like,
I know those women, and I don't.
Do you? Are you one of these women?
No, of course not. I don't like.
Do not make me disown you.
They have hella toxic traits.
It's not just those women on Tinder. That's every.
Okay, so what do you consider a toxic trait?
It's not. It's like a sliding scale.
Slide me on, honey. Okay, well, give me 1 to a fucking 10.
So women who are able to just get into these healthy relationships. All relationships aren't healthy, but healthy enough. It drastically changes when you're not able to secure a healthy relationship because of your background. It really does.
Is that like getting a job but you're a felon?
It really is though. Cause
elaborate a little bit more for me.
You don't know what is
that makes
the
a
right
shame.
person to get with.
No, you don't. You don't. But
if you were taught those things as a child,
yeah, like, people aren't teaching these things. People aren't teaching their children how to let the fuck go. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay,
like, there's, you know how many senseless deaths there has been because people don't know what the fuck the word no means, or let's just be friends. You know, people are literally losing their lives because they don't want you. They need to be taught how to let go.
But look at other countries though. They're already teaching that for their children. So they know how to secure the
Let's
right
look
person.
at America.
It's just America. That's my whole point.
America.
In America, there are still kids being taught how to navigate relationships the right way. Or good enough.
Okay, so that's what we're talking about. Listen. Because that's got a little deep right there. Okay, since we're talking about that, as far as that to enlighten more, hey.
Just a little bit.
We're on a limit.
I know.
I have to go home to my husband. You got shit to do.
Yeah, I know, right.
I want to take care of RJ.
So, that part beats it.
You get to take care of her.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, great.
Well, why put yourself through that? Of constantly being broken.
Like, yo, you know how many people stay in toxic relationships?
Right, but what toxic?
It's okay, we know what you were talking about.
Toxicity.
I know what you're talking about.
Toxicity. That's the word of the day.
I'm just saying,
the word of the day is when you won't stop being so damn dumb to yourself. For real.
Like
why stay in a toxic relationship? What is it benefiting for you? It's benefiting health unhealthy. Not only for mind, body, and soul, but for the ones that you birth. It's just a different movement. Yes, it's straining because it's straining. It's like, now I have to deal with this. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't love this man like I thought I loved this man. But then I understood the assignment and the mission. I brought a damn blessing in this world. Okay, it might not be the beautiful blessing, but it's going to be beautiful because I'm creating this bitch beautiful, okay?
Right. I feel that.
But I'm not going to stay in that relationship just because I have a child with you. Of American dream status. Get married, stay with your husband, regardless of how.
But they're doing what they think they're supposed to do.
Fuck what you think you're supposed to do. That's what's wrong. No one.
If their mother taught their mother, and their mother taught their mother, and their mother taught her, that's all she really fucking knows.
Right.
But inwardly, it's hurting.
It's hurting, but someone.
I want to come out. I want to
be free. And I want to be me. But at the end of the day, you have to break that cycle. It's like you could tell yourself, my children are a reflection of me. A reflection of me and their father. So that's a combined energy that I have to deal with. Not only do I have to take their toxic ways, but I have my toxic ways. So I had this child as a conceived woman. I have to teach this child how to be better in everything. Even at the point of me not liking me as a career woman. I have to set all the flaws and everything on the lap and be like, okay. I stayed in this relationship and brought birth, thinking I'm loved. And it's like, I don't want to feel like, to make this person feel like they're not worthy. Like we're saying, generation after generation. Bitch, at the end of the motherfucking day, somebody got to break the bullshit and be the strong bitch of it. Y'all took that shit. I ain't taking that shit. Thank y'all for the encouragement.
But everybody is not as strong as that.
But right, everybody's not, and I'm not saying I'm the strongest at the end of the day. I've had my trials at that of not liking me, of beating me down, of listening to this is how it's supposed to be. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at this bitch in the mirror. Who I'm gonna make happy, me or them? Now I've gave birth to the creation of curses that bitch. I should have been saying, you ain't the one for me. I don't leave that concern. But I'm just saying, even in the current moment, me being in the toxic movement, the current life, it was a beautiful blessing that came out. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me? We brought kids into the world, whatever. So at the end of the day, I still gotta find me and be truthful with me. I'm gonna let you go. Hey, me and your daddy, we was once upon a time a movement, but we brought something into this world. Yeah. So I see me and you and you.
Yeah, okay. Right. So what if he's type is like, okay, you don't see us going anywhere, but you're not going to go nowhere either.
See, that's when you're not going to put me on. No.
I'm saying no. You have no idea what people will actually do nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will physically harm you.
Are you feeling threatened, girl?
No, I'm not feeling threatened. I'm just
feeling threatened.
No.
You know, you can talk it out because you know you should have stopped. You should have stopped. There's levels to the fucking shit, and you.
I'm just speaking in general.
I'm speaking in general too.
All these things that I see now about all these kids and these women, like, there's a lot of children now that are not. I don't want to sound, you know what I'm saying?
You just have to say it how it is.
Like, there's a lot of parents killing these children. I didn't want to say it like that, but there are like these. I don't know if it's the young mothers now. Let's have this baby for the gram, and then okay, I don't need you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot.
But okay, it's a lot going on, but on top of that, we have to look at, hold on, girl, wait a moment.
Oh my God.
Some young girls are not understanding the postpartum syndrome.
Yeah.
Disorder.
Yeah, that's real. That's
real. And that goes into when they do that.
That's real. I never.
That's the reason why. And I have to look at it because dealing with young cousins that had kids at a young age, everything, because it's a lot of young mothers that does this, So I be like, hold on, chick. When I look at you, hold on. You got postpartum going on, bitch.
I'm just like,
I can take it in the moment, because it's like, at that given moment, you're at your breaking point. And some people feel at that breaking point, I'm going to take what? The dearest. Because I've been in danger right now. So I'm going to take this. A postpartum will pull it. Because you have all that hurt, that bitterness, whatever you went through. You could have been through molestation. You could have been through a lot of shit. You could have been experiencing drugs at that age or whatever. And you take that shit out as, bitch, fuck it. I'm going to pay for my sins when I die. You know, postpartum does play, it triggers a deep down in a person when you be like, baby, what's wrong with you? Where your love? Where's your self-love? I'm like, I can't do it. I can't see myself holding and conceiving a child that I know I said, hey, mistakes happen. This is a beautiful mistake that came about. I just cannot see myself holding something for 9 months or 8 months, going through all this bullshit of triggers to the body. For this? And you do me like this? But I'm going to hold on to it, because at the end of the day, I'm learning how to be a mother. Okay, I'm going to say what my mama taught. They don't be looking at that all the time. The postpartum,
I didn't think about the postpartum.
yeah, that shit hurt. And they don't want to sit up there and talk about it, because they feel like, oh,
it's
bitch,
like
you call crazy. Illness. Yeah. Oh, you bipolar. No, bitch, I'm going through postpartum. If you really understood it, like, no, I'm not bipolar depressed. No, I'm going through postpartum. Like, I done had this baby, and it's like, shit is like I'm going through contractions over again in life. And it's like, I don't need this. What's going on? You told the baby, because you like, I'm not talking about it.
I got two things to touch on.
What's that?
For staying in toxic relationships, I feel like it's a Stockholm syndrome. Like, since it's being brought down generationally, your own little toxic issues, and then you get with this person that you shouldn't be with at all.
Right.
But because you can make it look perfect, all that background, you just stick with it.
But why?
Yeah. Because it's something you can't control. Stockholm syndrome. You've gotten to a point where it's just within you to be that way.
What was your second?
Yeah. And then with postpartum, I didn't even know I had postpartum, and she was about 6 months, and I went to the doctor and told her I had a breakdown and everything, and she was like, yeah, you definitely have that shit. And I was like, fuck. But it changes everything. It makes you automatically want to go to what's ingrained in you. Like, as fucking for eggs, it'll have this perfect couple with your kid and they're fucking making them breakfast.
The
and you're seeing that every single day, somehow, some way. So you go with that automatically.
Alright.
Okay, that's what's up.
I feel like we had a productive night.
Productive my ass, you're wasting my time.
I don't feel like my time is weird.
Girl, please, get your life, girl. I'm just joking. It was very wonderful. It was very intriguing to figure out you being a young mother and saying you understood that you had postpartum and you handled it like a young woman would. You know, clean stepping in her movement.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that
can't do it.
Like, they literally can't do it. Like,
when did you come, even though before I tried to cut you off, when you found out, when you went to the doctor and the doctor said you suffered that, how did you know what, like you said, it was embedded and it triggered? What triggered for you?
So my mom is, like, to keep it honest, she is not the best mom. She shouldn't have been a mom. She should have stayed in college and pursued her dreams. But that affected me deeply, so I felt a lot of shame. Like, am I doing enough for RJ? People would look at me weird if I don't do this because it's a specific way to be. But it's not not the way my child wants to be. So what am I to do in that situation? I don't know how I got through it. Somehow it leveled out. My hormones and everything. So shit got better for me.
So was your self-faith, huh?
Huh?
Your self-faith, your self-love, your self-preservation.
That doesn't exist. I'm working on that right now.
You did. In the process of going through it, you handled your postpartum. You became self-awareness and made a movement of correct.
I made myself self-aware, but I never loved myself.
Because I was never
Because you was never loved.
I was never taught that way. I was never loved.
Right.
And we were speaking on that.
Mm-hmm.
We were speaking on that on Patreon when we were saying how can you teach somebody something that you yourself wasn't taught.
Right.
Like we were both raised by our fathers. So we didn't have the mothers to tell us how to be a lady, how to go through this thing, how to, just how to be as a woman.
Right, they did. Well, we came from Rolling Stones.
So that's how we both became hoes.
I mean, to be honest,
I'm just saying, like, I was saying on Patreon, like, we had women in our lives, but it wasn't their duty to raise
us.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really your mother.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Like, if you weren't taught by a woman how to be a woman, how do you know what you're doing is not right? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I could trust. I'm like the girliest girl, but I'm like raised by dudes. Okay, so I have that hardness from being raised with brothers and a father. I got that hardness, but I don't have that gentleness. You know what I'm saying? That gracefulness that only a mother could teach you. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, and now with me raising my girls, I'm like, maybe I am not doing such a great job because I wasn't really taught how to do that. But my father taught me in a way that he had to be both mom and dad. So I'm trying to do the best with them, you know what I'm saying? That's why I heard that I was beautiful growing up every day. My father was a G at that. So my kids, I tell them that they're beautiful almost every day, right, Princess? Because
Girl,
I want.
Hey, audience. All right, y'all.
I just want them.
Get that crap up.
You always want your child to be better than you. You know what I'm saying? And I get when kids like, I don't want to be nothing like you. And my response would be, that's my goal. You understand what I'm saying? That's my goal. For you not to be anything like me. Be better than me.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
For me, I feel like there's just programmed, ingrained ways you can take being raised by a father as a female. I didn't take the whole route.
Did you say program in ways?
Yeah, I'm serious though, because it happens all the time. It gets to a point where it's really a stereotype.
It does stereotypes. Ooh, wow.
I don't mean to be offensive, but that's just how it is.
So you said, like, when you raised by your father, the things that you
it's
want
like,
to be like.
You could be a hoe because there is no self-worth ingrained in you. You don't know how to.
Damn. But keep going. Keep going. Don't fuck walking girl.
No, I mean, like,
so you say
dressing a specific way.
I dress like a dude the majority of my life. Like, for real. I dress like a dude until I hit my 20s. And then I saw what this body could do.
That's what I mean. You don't see that.
That's when you became a hoe.
I became a free spirit.
Yeah, you don't see that you're a female. Like, you have the right.
Well, when you gonna become a hoe?
No. She's almost married, guys. They're getting married this week.
I didn't take that route. I took, I don't know how to handle females. Because my dad and my mom, they're not in a healthy relationship. He doesn't like her. He hides it with this, oh, I love you and everything. But he does not like her. They don't have anything in common.
Sounds like a lot of relationships.
So I've turned to not really fucking with chicks. Like, I don't have any female friends. It feels more comfortable to be friends with guys, like genuinely friends, no matter how they feel about it.
Cause so that you don't want to have any male friends.
No. You love her male friends.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't love my male friends.
Yeah.
It just happened to come out that way.
Well, obviously you're speaking the truth, girl.
I don't really trust females because my mom wasn't a very trustworthy.
Okay, so therefore, like you trying to piggyback, honey. I'm gonna get you in your read right now, honey. You're gonna learn to read. Since you said having a program status raised by a father that turns you into a hoe, you don't think that turns you into a hoe either? That you don't want to deal with females?
I think if you want to be a hoe, you just be a hoe. I don't think you can't be raised to be a hoe. That has it's in them. No, everybody has a little hoe tendency in them. Everybody, every man, every fucking body.
But it depends on how you.
Exactly. Nope, it doesn't. It depends. It depends. Nope.
Okay. It depends on you as a person and how you were raised.
I mean, yes, my daddy was a hoe, and my mama, and probably my grandparents, all my brothers, all my sisters. That. I'm just saying.
It's in my nose. I got to tell us my bones, but no, let me be real quick. Okay, so therefore, let me break it down to you. It's not just because of how you brought up does not mean that you have to be there. Mm-hmm. Now, it's educational that you won't learn. Because family and friends and accountants that you deal with teaches you. Hold on, girl, listen, hear me out. Hear me out. So when you're in an environment where that your dad is a rose stone, aka hoe, but you're around your family and you see the whole different movement of how that lifestyle is that you are brought up in. I'm brought up in this lifestyle where I see drugs, I see money, I see prostitution, I see selling going on, I see a lot of shit that goes on. So it's like, wait a moment. And everything. So I have to understand, okay, even if my mother was a hoe or whatever, my mother wasn't a hoe. My mother left me young. So therefore, I knew my father was a player, okay? You know, he settled down here. Still gotta get another. I understand, you gotta bust in that. So I understood that was for me, being raised by a single father, it taught me a lot. Even the woman he encountered and had, they put game in, our fathers had different women, so they put game. So when it came time for settling, it was showing us how you settle. Like, you could be out there in the world and everything and see all this publicity there. I mean, I can't raise a woman.
Alright, guys, it wouldn't be us if we wouldn't have technical difficulties, right? So we're gonna end our open dialogue segment. And guys, remember to subscribe,
like, and comment.
Ring that bell. Yes, you guys have been blessed with In Bed With Jay, Michelle, and that bitch.
I'm that bitch.
Have a good and RJ Swamp. You guys have a good night.
Jason's child, y'all. Remember that.
Stay spooky.
Happy Halloween.